me still made love in my size. Sober up and wipe the crust on my eyes. My last integrity and trust.
I had a great time with the homies that day.
What was the best day of your life so far?
Probably my Charlotte show. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Shit, it was like my grandma was there and my aunties and cousins and shit was all there. So it was like the first time my family got to fully participate in this thing with me. They was all proud and stuff. It was crying and stuff. It was so good, bro. So good.
Did you feel like nervous to perform in front of your family like that?
Hell yeah, because my music like hella personal and shit. And it's like about my family and stuff like that. So I ain't want them to like be like offended or like worried about me and shit. But yeah, nah, they fucking with it.
I think I just kind of want to jump into the thought you had right before this.
Let's do it.
Can you just state it really quick and then we'll jump into it?
What about the best day I ever had?
No, the Opium thought.
Oh, yeah. I feel like Opium is like, if not the best, second greatest, at minimum, artist-led imprint of all time. Because basically, Cardi took them all with him on a smaller arena run and then sent everybody with Ken on like a 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 max cap tour. Then sent Lonely on the same run, just with Homicide Gang. Like basically he like descended order and sent everybody on like a $5,000 tour. 5,000 cap tour run. And then they all got big as shit to the point where they doing like NBA size arena tour just as a unit alone, no openers, no nothing, which is like kind of crazy. Like kind of unheard of. Like outside of like Cash Money, Young Money.
Yeah.
Like Drake, Nicki, and Wayne. I don't know no nigga imprint where it's just him and his artists and they do straight arenas. Nobody else.
That's a really good point. And he's done it very quickly. All those artists have popped up in the last 2-3 years.
That's incredible, bro.
And even the smallest artist on that label is still selling out 5,000.
Exactly, by themselves. This is incredible. I don't know nobody like that.
Other
and
than
I think
Young Money.
Yeah, but the difference is with him is they more strictly curated than Young Money too. Like they're in like a single file artistic inspiration wise, which makes it super. I don't know nothing like that in rap other than maybe Wu-Tang.
G-Unit,
yeah, but Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks were never as big as Destroy Lonely.
I don't know.
I don't
it's
know.
Hard for us to gauge because of our age.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's something we got to
might
ask
be
like
recency
a 36-year-old.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Mavi. Welcome back to Chicago.
Thank you. I need to move out here damn near.
At this point,
it's like my 4th, 5th time out here this year.
Yeah, we were just talking about it off camera 4 times in the last 5 months.
Incredible.
Pretty impressive. So you're in town for Pitchfork?
Yes.
How does it feel to be performing at Pitchfork, considering this is a platform that has been supporting you for years and years?
It feels good as hell. And, like, it was always, like, a festival that, like, I knew by name, and I would see, like, artists that I look up to get on there, and it meant, like, a benchmark, like, accomplishment for them. And so, yeah, I've just been throwing away my damn imposter syndrome and accepting, like, hey, you're going to have to be the guy whose name is on some of this stuff that you dreamed about. Yeah, it's been fun, though.
And then you're doing Lollapalooza in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm doing Pitchfork and Lala in the same year.
In the same 2-week span.
Yeah.
How did you manage to pull that off?
I'm Chief Keef. Chief Keef was the only dude to do that, and I take a lot of pride in it.
You and Chief Keef in a 10-year span are the only 2 people to allow that radius clause to just not exist.
Yeah, but also it's just because, you know, we as my team just do a lot of good, nice, fair business, and we're nice guys and stuff, easy to work with. So a lot of times people like I don't think we ever really work with anybody once. And so, yeah, I think it's like that.
I like that. As we were talking a second ago, Chicago's kind of become like a second home to you of sorts.
Absolutely.
Right? And you just did that song with Valet and Saba.
Hell yeah.
Can you talk about the creation process of that track?
Shoot. I met Valet at my van show out here that Andrew Barber be throwing. And he was hella cool. When I met him, we ain't even talk about rap at all. Cause I'm under the opinion that Valet is a genius, right? And like a savant, like, cause like he like, I was just talking to him about building shit, cause like he like a genius with his hands, like master carpenter type of shit. And my dad is like that too, so that shit was hella inspiring. We was talking about like, he like took like a fucking like auto garage or some shit, and like built it into like a real home, and like plumbing and granite countertops and appliances, all this stuff. And he has like a fucking fighter jet plane propeller as his ceiling fan, and like he built like a mini condo, like a descending like a sunken in condo in there, like with a TV and rugs and shit, like just for his dog. And so, and I was asking him, like, the first thing I asked him, I'm like, are you really good at math? He was like, yeah, I'm pretty good at math, but it's more so, he was like, I have this thing where I just need everything to be perfect and exact. And I'm like, damn. And I'm like, you low-key rap like that. And he was like, you know what I do? I was like, damn. That was like, yeah, so we was talking about fucking building shit the whole time in cars and shit.
That's unbelievable. I did not know that about him.
Yeah, he's not regular, bro.
Nah. He's one of those dudes that's so effortlessly cool. Like,
Yeah.
he just walks in a room and you just can't help but be like, wow, like,
Yeah.
that's Valet.
I call niggas like that, like him, V's, shit like that. Like, those are the last rappers left. Like,
What do you mean by
rapper. Because a rapper, you used to, all the rappers used to be that. You know? Very few rappers are so radiant and magnetic anymore. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I need to know. My dog Cousteau, he say, in one of his songs, he like, I look like a nigga you need to know. Like, so it's like, I don't know. And then everybody like hover and orbit around these guys, like, not in like a direct, like with a shyness too, like with like a, I don't know what to say to them type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga apply pressure to the room. That's a real rapper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The same thing with, like, talking about don't know what to say to them. Valet is one of those dudes where you could talk about legitimately anything, and it'll lead to a really great conversation.
Yeah, that's why I went out of my way to just not even talk about rap, not even say I'm rapping or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool, and Bella and ZZ was really cool. All these people just was hella cool and like hospitable to me and my partners and shit. So yeah, it was an easy call when.
Yeah, no, that track was super good. I'm looking forward to that album.
Yeah, I want another one with Saba too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Saba, have you guys met yet? Have you?
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I really am.
He's one of my favorite rappers ever.
Ever. Me too, bro.
Like, we were talking about No Name off camera, that time period of, like, when I was a teenager in Chicago, like, when No Name was still very small and Saba was still very small.
Like Comfort Zone and Get Comfortable era Saba, like, those are two of the best rap projects ever. Like Whip and Butter and
with Aaron
West Side
Kane.
Bound and the shit Marbles,
For
like
Y'all.
about his stepdad. Yeah, all that shit, like,
Such a great project.
yeah, inspire a lot of how I do my shit.
I'm a
sure.
huge Saba fan, always have been. Could you explain what's going on in this tweet right here?
Fuck. Oh yeah, it was like some year span where he couldn't take a picture without. When I meet him, I'm gonna take a picture and hit that hoe with
You
him.
have to.
You know what I'm saying? Like a full circle shit.
That's the only time, I checked the other day, you're good. That's the only time that you've ever tweeted at Lyrical Lemonade. And it was
Really?
this 2015 Saba post. And you guys adjusted the single. I was like, I like this. I'm going to bring it up.
That's a synchronicity. You know what I'm saying?
So you're a couple months removed from the Laughing So Hard It Hurts tour.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
Really good. I didn't expect. So when I came here, like, that had been like the biggest show I'd done in my life so far. And then I did like 4 or 5 more of those. And so some in Europe, some at home, some in New York, all of these things. So yeah, I think the biggest thing was, you know, you could see numbers on the page and stuff. But it's different from hearing everybody tell you the different ways that they done connected with the music and stuff like that. So it was a life-changing experience with, like, how I conceive it as a job, how I can realistically picture it going for the rest of the time, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was there like a certain highlight of the tour, a certain city that stands out to you?
Yeah, home for sure, just because my entire family was there, and that was their first time really being able to experience my work self in full. Like, obviously, they see the posts and on Facebook and stuff, and they support me like that, but it was different for them to see, like, oh, like, he has something here, you know, even beyond, like, numerically. And so, yeah, that was really good. New York, the last stop, was really good because a lot of my friends, like, that I met through rap and stuff were there. LA was cool. I brought Earl out, and that was our only time performing together, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of highlights. London, Paris, Amsterdam. Every city was like another adventure. Whereas on my last tour, it was like, okay, we're waking up with the mission of how do we get to the next city? Will we get to the next city? And, you know, basically we go to sleep after we do that. This one was like each city was its own designated adventure, you know, and they were really distinct from each other. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually at that LA show. That moment you brought out Earl, that was such a cool, beautiful moment to witness.
Yeah, that was, and I did LA 2 nights in a row. And the second night was so much more turned than the first night. I was like so happy that it happened like that. Shit lined up.
How was your experience touring overseas?
Turned up. I ain't expect people. We dumb in America, so like we only be knowing one language, but over there people they be knowing 3-4 languages and shit. So, yeah, just hearing people sing my songs with their respective accents and get the damn food recommendations from people after the concerts and stuff. Traveling for my type of work means that you have hundreds, if not thousands, of individual travel agents. You know what I'm saying? And so it made the experience that much better.
So we're a couple months away from the 1-year anniversary of your last project, Laughing So Hard It Hurts. Looking back on the release of that project and what the last 9 months have been, what does that project mean to you?
Shit, well, I made the album. I wrote the entire thing like a cappella while I was like taking care of my girl and stuff. And I felt like a lot of like industry pressure to release it to be able to do certain things. And so at the same time as I was making this like deeply personal album in terms of like how I needed to get something off my chest, it was also the first functional piece of music I've ever made in terms of like, okay, it's kind of required of you to release this from a business perspective. And so that was like a identity crisis for me in the first half a year of it being released. And so only recently am I able to like embrace and acknowledge that I told my story in the way that I needed to tell it and that I loved the music. And touring really cemented that for me because I was living in the music, you know what I'm saying?
What are you currently working on? Like, do you have a project in the works?
Yeah. I'm working on like a cool little situation. I got a lot of cool people on it that people gonna be surprised and happy that we don't work together and stuff. The last step is just finding a good home for it. That's gonna be able to help my little vision and keep my little artistic intent with integrity. I'm fucking with a few people. I'm fucking with like Empire, EQT, a few different spots. Like just off of what they done did with other people and the homies and shit. So yeah, that's the last step. Just figuring out how it's gonna come out. Yeah, it's hella good though. It's like my best shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I haven't felt that way in a long time. This is like my best thing.
When was the last time you felt that way?
Like when I made Let the Sun Talk, it was like a year in between when I completed it and when I was able to mix it because I was broke as shit. Like in between that gap is like the most familiar feeling to like how I'm feeling right now. Yeah.
Can you tell me about Kill Switch?
Yeah. So Kill Switch is me, Amir, Messiah, and Sko. We like childhood friends. We basically started rapping and recording together, and I was able to like bring them with me for the majority of my tour. And yeah, they are making me so proud with their progress and their commitment to it, because we kind of run it like it's like a group and a collective, but it's like loose, like so like it's kind of like, well, loose in terms of like single file in terms of like music industry shit, but yeah, we've all been going down our individual paths of new releases and, you know, extracurricular stuff like brands and clothing and shit like that and art. And we all been seeing a lot of progress relative to the amount of time and that we done made this commitment. We decided that this was gonna be our life in the 10th grade, 11th grade type of shit. And now I'm 23. So we are able to have a proof of concept for something that our inner child created. And that's like been super humanized and super gratifying. Yeah.
I love that. Mavi, I have a gift for you.
Oh shit. Because you were supposed to bring me something last time. Oh, this is so cute. This is extra cute. What the fuck? Oh. Oh. I'm supposed to take it out.
Yeah.
So here we have the Sour Patch Kids watermelon. Making sure I'm presenting that to all the cameras. You know what I'm saying? My black people out there, don't be feeling insecure about enjoying watermelon and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's racial propaganda to stop you from enjoying a nutritious, cheap to grow and sell fruit. Then we got the Lifesaver gummies, 5 flavors. This is gas. I throw out the orange ones. All the rest of them are fire though. And then look at this down here. We got a goddamn Snickers. This is like one of my favorite joints. Like I had like a phase like in middle school. I used to eat a Snickers every day. And if you eat a Snickers every day, that's how you get a Snickers. If you know, you know. Ask your hoe.
The Gobstoppers were pretty tough to find. Those
Gobstoppers are fire. Can I tell y'all something?
Yeah.
I just had to get a filling. And they kind of fucked up my feeling. If my dentist know I'm a rap nigga too, so if my dentist watching this just know you fucked up my feeling, I'm coming back.
The dentist is one of those things. I also have to get a filling fixed in 2 weeks. It's one of those things that you really like don't want to do, but once you leave, top 5 best feelings like to get something done.
Absolutely. But when I'm laying down for my feeling, I'm like, oh, please don't hurt me. They're like, oh, we're not gonna hurt you. Lame my nigga hurt me. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I said, don't do it. Like specifically, I know you don't think you was, but give me some extra. They ain't give me no kind of celebrity treatment in the dentist. That ain't right.
Mavi, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah. Cause like sometimes like when I stand over people's grave and shit, I can feel them around, which is kind of crazy. And like I had a scary dream recently. I had a dream about the devil. Yeah, I had like sleep paralysis and shit. And the devil like popped up. I had like 4 sleep paralysis dreams. One, I was asleep. And in all these dreams, like I'm laying on the couch, like on my side. So like in my dreams, I'm seeing the room like according to how I'm laying down. So in the first dream, it was like hella people just started coming through all the rooms of where I was laying at, right? Okay. And they all just started talking like at the same time, like everybody talking over each other. And then more and more people come and they start talking. Then they start saying like really disturbing and like insulting things about me. Like I'm trying to push myself up off the bed and I can't like wake up. And then the second one, it was like a dog. Like a dog came and jumped on me like I'm on the couch and like biting me and shit. And I can feel myself grabbing the dog and shit. I can feel like the spit between the dog's teeth and everything. I'm trying to push the dog off me. I can't do it. Then my third dream, nigga, it was the whole devil gang. Like the nigga, like it was so scary. Like imagine like if I took like a marker, like you know on Disney Channel where they draw the logo. Like imagine if I could draw into like existence, right? And I just scribble like circles, hella circles, right? And in the middle was just straight black. And the nigga was small. He like impish. He littler than a bitch, like probably this tall. And then you know he run out into my face and shit. And I'm trying to like stop from looking at him. And keep jumping into my view, right? And he look at me and he say, Mavi, you're good exactly as you are. And then like with the voice of like a million people, like everybody on earth started talking at the same time. And then the nigga started laughing at me. Like evilly. And I was just so scared. Then I woke up like off of that one, and I realized I didn't never wake up the whole rest of the time. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I couldn't even get back to sleep that night. Yeah,
That's terrifying.
absolutely.
And like the level up intensity of that's like a video game.
Absolutely.
Of those dreams.
Yeah, I don't want to do. I think I got it because they say you get sleep paralysis more when you be sleep deprived. So I've been making sure to get my little 6 to 8 hours ever since then. I ain't playing with niggas.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Dreams are weird. Do you believe that dreams have like some sort of meaning? Like people say.
Beyond even having meaning, dreams have utility. Some emotions I've never felt, like the first time I felt certain emotions was in a dream. You know, like my first exposure to like bloody, gory violence, like as a little kid, was in a dream, and
Really?
then you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, a lot of different like complicated feelings of love and heartbreak and shit I first felt in a dream, or like I had this dream when I was a kid. Like I probably said this before. Like I had a dream, vivid ass dream, and I had like got these Jordans. It was like the fire red 4s. I was like in 7th grade. And I remember like putting them in my room where I put them in my closet. I was so happy, ready to wear them to school the next day. I woke up and them bitches wasn't there. I was crushed. So a lot of my first exposure to certain emotions was in dreams. Yeah. And they feel the same in real life.
All right, so I saw your name on socials, right? It's Miracle Baby Mavi.
Yeah.
And then you have a song with Alchemist called Miracle Baby.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of like meaning or reasoning for that, or is that just something random I noticed?
Nah, I don't know. It's just I be feeling like that. Just to my family and to my friends, like. And then it's also like a no name ode, cause she got this song. She say, "I thought I was gonna write a rap, but this be Baby Miracle." You know what I'm saying? You know, like damn, that's me. Like, so yeah, it's like threefold, and it's like some deeper shit behind it too. But yeah, I'm for sure the Miracle Baby, for sure that. I'm a mama Miracle Baby.
I saw Jordan sold the Hornets.
Yeah, not to me though.
Yeah, I was.
But I'm finna get in on that ownership group. I'm gonna put together like $1 million, $6 million or something, and get like a 0.1% stake on it, just to say I did it.
That's so nuts.
I know, right? Hey, J. Cole, fuck with me, split your stake with me, bro. I'm really from the city, bro. I ain't from Philly.
Have you ever met J. Cole, communicated with him yet?
No, this is my first time. Fuck with me on that stake in the Hornets, gang. I'm a real hooper.
I know at some point in the next like 2 years, y'all are gonna connect.
I
And that's
know.
gonna be a good clip. What's your favorite SpongeBob episode?
Krusty Krab pizza, cause
Classic.
the whole first 3 seasons was gas, like. And I really be Squidward, like I really be in the homies, like, bro, we can really eat this pizza, bro. Like we don't have to. He be like, no. And then when the nigga like slammed the door in his face, he was all sad. That was Squidward only time taking up for him like ever in the whole show. He like, you ain't gonna do my young nigga like that. Yeah.
Last time I remember you mentioned the episode where Squidward fed SpongeBob a bomb.
Oh yeah,
The
he was
whole
all
episode's
sad.
like a ticking time bomb type
Yeah,
thing.
and they sitting next to each other like on the reef. He like, damn, my young nigga finna die.
And then it was all just a bluff, right?
Yeah.
I love SpongeBob. You learn a lot of key life lessons from SpongeBob.
Oh yeah.
You learn a lot about people.
I learned how to tie my shoes off SpongeBob.
Really?
No bullshit. Yeah.
Interesting. Bro, what are your thoughts on Threads?
Fuck Threads.
That's what I'm saying too.
The shit's just hella lame. Like, everybody wanna act like, okay, like, I don't fuck with Elon Musk. Like, fuck her. But, like, I ain't gonna pretend like I'm so pissed off with Elon Musk. Like, I don't even have no blue check or nothing no more. I'm like, I'm cool. We back to the basics for real. Like, I ain't so pissed off with him that, like, I'm finna act like we finna start a whole separate Twitter thing. And you know they got the niggas 360'd up. You know you can't delete your Threads account without deleting your Instagram.
That's
like,
why I didn't sign up.
yeah, they got y'all nigga on shackled to them a wrecking ball or what is shit called? Ball and chain.
Ball and
Niggas
chain.
got you on a ball and chain. Just cause you mad at Elon Musk, like, come on, bro. Stop all that dick sucking.
Makes no sense, bro. Twitter has held it down for too long. And my thing, too, is everyone was hyping up Threads like this was going to be the next big, like, whatever, right? A tornado was hitting Chicago the other day, and we were all in here, like, looking like, oh, man, like, here it comes. Like, we could see the funnel coming this way.
Fuck.
My boys tried to hop on Threads to get information. They couldn't
It's not
find
gonna
shit.
happen.
I was like, bro, you got to go to Twitter to get
And
this.
you can't even post porn on Threads.
That's what's holding, let's be honest, porn is what is keeping Twitter
Come on.
top tier.
You gotta have porn, bro. Like that, like when Tumblr started having porn, so much of Tumblr came to Twitter. Until y'all niggas get porn, bro, Twitter is king. I'm sorry.
We went from magazines, like, bro, isn't it crazy? Like, not our age group, but like our older brothers or like dads and shit. They used to, it was just magazines.
Go in the woods with the magazine. No bullshit.
Legitimately.
Hey, you gotta watch the Pornhub documentary. That shit is crazy. They a whole like huge media conglomerate that like only has like one pinky toe into porn, and so they kind of like are hella like it's hella bad shit that goes on Pornhub and in the name of Pornhub. You gotta watch it. Yeah.
You into like murder mystery shows? Stuff
Hell
like that?
yeah. That's why I said what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I be watching them shits. I don't be like, damn. Cause like I be thinking like from my perspective, like nigga, just let them niggas go right fast. Like but niggas just start getting so desperate and shit once like people are held against their will and they feeling law enforcement pressure and shit. But that shit nasty, bro. I don't know how to feel about like, but I stopped watching that shit though. You know why I stopped watching it? It's like a voyeurism, and that same voyeuristic tendency, like from the consumption side, is what lead people to like sensationalize stuff that like goes on in Chicago, for example, or in like inner cities like around the country where people just latch on. What is the beef in your city? Like who are the, or like where niggas want to blow up a rapper just because they mentioned this and this and they stuff. So I realized like just a thrill from like an inconceivable kind of violent act that like I may get from like a white serial killer and shit. That same shit plus like undervaluing or like black life and shit, that's what makes this a media circus. Like
I
young
hate
black.
those type of platforms.
Yeah, it's nasty to me.
Like those type of platforms are so weird where they just kind of promote like certain artists based off of like what sort of beef they have or what sort of like
right. And
clicks they can get off of
everybody
that.
want to say, oh, well, you know, I'm just shining the light on it's gonna happen regardless. I mean, listen, I have been alive long enough to know that somebody like niggas used to be able to just get beat up, right? And then maybe fight again, and then that's it. And getting beat up and humiliated and stuff on camera has actually escalated violence to another level in most like young kid communities, bro. And like that has eliminated so much of like the middle ground of like kid conflict.
Bro, you get beat up and that shit goes viral on Twitter as like a middle school, high school kid. How do you bounce back from that?
It changes things.
Yeah.
Or if niggas beat up your friend, like you know what I'm saying? Then that's how stuff. It's been actual instances like that in Chicago where like shit done changed once niggas caught niggas on camera or once niggas started walking around with camera. Yeah.
All right. So like when you're stressed, right, or you're overworked, or you're feeling a certain type of way.
Yeah.
What are some things that you like to do to like calm yourself down? Do you read? Do you meditate? Like,
fuck. Substance abuse. But now I done stopped basically all of that. So now I'm trying to get back into the reading exercise Mavi. That Mavi is the highest Mavi. I'm like becoming him again. I done stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped doing all this and that. So now I just like I try to like listen to like some disco or like some soul, like some 70s ass black people music, like some Motown shit. And yeah, I be needing to be alone. And when I can't be alone and I'll be stressed and overworked, then I'm like entering the red zone of Mavi. But yeah, reading, eating something healthy, exercising, those things make me feel really good. And it's like a good like if I have like energy built up, those are good wheels to spin to keep me going forward, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Why'd you choose to quit drinking and smoking?
Because my health and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like how I do, like if I find something that make me feel good or make me feel reprieve, I take a shortcut to those things, even though there are more difficult things or more taxing things that make me feel even more wholesomely good and more wholesomely removed from that stress. So I'm trying to just take the long route to self-fulfillment, self-actualization, because I think the fulfillment that you get as a result of those things is more complete. I never woke up from being drunk happy that I was drunk. You know?
That's a bar.
I'm happy that I'm drunk while I'm drunk because I don't have to think about shit. But tomorrow I'm going to have to think about them same shits and my body feels worse, you know? So I'm trying to make it where, nigga, we're going to think about the thing and we're going to do things to where thinking about the thing is not so daunting a task. And that takes commitment to myself in those ways.
What are some things that you want to accomplish outside of music?
Be a father and be a husband. I want to have a foundation where we give kids software and laptops and studio time, kids and adults, like parents and stuff. And I want to design a home for myself and for one of my friends, like on some architecture shit. And I want to release some poetry and a memoir. Yeah.
Maybe get valet to help with the house.
Yeah. Oh shit. Hey, valet, bro, hit me, bro. I got some architecture videos to show you. We finna go crazy.
Where do you think we go when we die?
If we're good, wherever we pray toward. If we bad, we stay here for the worst. So I think like there's a part of us that stay here regardless. If we're bad, I think there's a part of this, like the majority of us come back here in a way that's useless and inert. I have to be present for the destruction of this thing. Like Earth will become hell and we'll be trapped here if we don't do right. Yeah. But if we good, wherever you pray toward, whoever you pray to or for, I think you're going to be able to be there. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. What do you think your purpose in life is?
Scout. To show my family, my younger and older members, younger and older friends, that like the thing you love to do the most is what you should design your life around. And the thing that your children love and enjoy the most, you should design their life to where they're able to do that forever. Otherwise, there's a more miserable Mavi that will never get to exist. Even at all of my worst misery, being able to do this is like such a humanizing experience. I keep saying that it's humanizing to be able to rap. And also, like, I'm a nigga, so like I don't even get to be a human that frequently in society. So feeling my entire self is something that will prevent me from ever killing myself, regardless of how bad things get on some shit. And I think whatever that thing is for everybody that I love, I'm trying to show them, nigga, run toward that shit hard as fuck. Yeah.
This person after the interview. Sorry, just last thoughts. You've mentioned children twice. Do you have any like names in mind? Future Mavi kids?
Yeah, I'm gonna name my daughter Aya because that was what she was gonna name me if I was a girl. She made me promise that, but I don't know. I was gonna also head ass Future fan shit. I was thinking like I might name my son Pluto. That shit hard to me.
I like that. All right. Last question.
Yeah.
How do you want to be remembered? Like, what do you want your legacy to be?
Low key, like Jesus or like Nipsey Hussle. Like, yeah, I got like this Christ complex. Like, I want to exist amongst the most discarded in our society and be an alchemist for my people, and where people have a sustainable model for loving themselves and others in existence through looking at my life. I want to be like that, where people can aspire toward some of the tenets that I'm trying to design my life around. I want to exemplify the pillars of my life well enough to where my life is just an altar to those pillars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, where me as a man get to be stripped down and dinner not exist other outside of that. Yeah.
Perfect. That was beautiful. Well
Oh,
put.
thank you.
All right, I'm gonna have Riley grab a few photos of you right there. We'll do some.
I feel like this is our best one.
I didn't show this for the interview, but this is a very old photo I found of you on Tumblr.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a good Mavi photo. Where was I? That's like 9th grade. That's like fucking, whoa. That's a fucking Dilla and Stussy shirt. What the that's probably worth like 500 beans right now.
Think so?
What the
I was
fuck?
trying to Google this shirt to see if I could find it.
Yeah, it's a Dilla and Stussy collab. Damn. I didn't even know what I was doing with that. Damn. You gotta send me that.
Every turn of page is another issue. Good days is a double-edged blade against you. I can't count a frame where I did miss you.